it's recording. I feel like a twit. I sat here and I did my smudge. I got my candle going, shuffled the cards, and got them to where they needed to be to start the deal. The camera wasn't rolling. I'll do one more thing. I'll try to restart the smudge, but the shuffling, the cards are what they are. They are there. This reading is from Leo the Lion. I gotta say everything all over again. Oh my Lord. Let's see if we can't get a bit of smudge up so you guys can catch the wave here. Catch the cloud of smoke. The good energies. Sweet grass and sage. Indigenous custom in North America, very highly sacred. This is for you guys, in spirit if nothing else. But clean out the energies. Let's all start fresh. There we go. I feel like such a twit. Sitting here talking away, literally to myself, twice over. I've already done the cards. This is a general reading for any of those of you that are new to YouTube, new to this channel. And what that means is this may or may not resonate with you on a personal level. Some of it may hit home. Maybe all of it hits home. Maybe nothing hits home. You know, if you find you want something personalized just for you, I offer the service of private readings, and the information for that's found down below in the description and more area. Also, if you're new to YouTube, subscriptions are free. Click the little red subscribe button right beneath the window here, and you'll be notified every time Bay of Funny Fortunes decides to post anything new, and I only post approximately twice a month. You won't be inundated with a rash of emails. Bay of Funny Fortunes can also be found on Twitter, Blogspot, Google, Google, and Facebook under Bay of Funny Fortunes, and you are all more than welcome to join us there. So, having said all that, I think I covered it all, and I've already dealt the cards. So, the very first card, Leo, that I pulled for you for February 2017 is the Star, and it represents hope. I have a new camera. You regulars, people already subscribe that watch on a regular basis. You probably see the difference. It's a lot brighter in the daytime. It's a better picture. This is better sound, a better camera. Everything is HD. So, you know, you guys that say, I can't hear you, it pops up once in a blue moon. There's nothing I can do. This is all state of the art. This is the latest computer that's on the market. But anyway, it's backwards for me. It feels weird. Because normally when I would hold this hand up, the card would be on this side of me. And now it's like a mirror image thing. But anyway, here's the Star. She represents hope. And this is your overall energy. Second card is the Nine of Wands. It's about defense, and this is in your finance and wealth sector. All right, third card, the Nine of Pentacles. This is in your hearth, your home, anything to do with love in your heart. Anything. Crossroads and gratitude. Okay. Your challenges for February, Leo, is the Chariot. It's all about movement. The fifth card and final card in the Oceanic Tarot spread is your message from Spirit. And boys, oh boys, Tarot and Spirit are trying to send a mainstream message. This is 3 or 4 readings in a row where he's come up, maybe more. The Hanged Man. It's all about being in limbo. It's not a bad card per se, but it's popped up in every one. That's your message from Spirit. Alright, so we've exhausted the messages from the Oceanic Tarot spread. I then pick one significator from my deck of Simply Tarot for the overall significator for the reading. All right, so anything that shows up here and then shows up there is being really thrown at you and really enforced very strongly. And if something didn't show up in the 5 cards, and it's important to be brought to your attention, it will show up there. And there's almost always a connection to the 5 cards. It connects with one or all. My lemonade on a Saturday night. The star, Hope. She's a beauty. You can see her reaching for those rays from the world above. Beautiful mermaid. The star is a symbol of hope. It brings intuitiveness and lessons learned. From hardships to heartache. But you're gaining hope. Trust protection from the universe right at this time for the month of February. Trust protection from the universe. The star has shown up in your reading to guide you to have to happier times. It's here to guide you to happier times. I'm sorry. It's also revealing growth within yourself. You're going to recognize, wow, I've come a long way. I'm hearing that. I'm very proud of myself. I've grown inwardly. A very meaningful time. The star is here to also tell you that you are on the right path. So whichever direction you're going in, it's the right way to go. Where you're highly intuitive right now as well, you're going to know if something is amiss or something is off kilter, or if you might be looking in the wrong direction or walking in the wrong direction, because your intuitiveness is kind of moved to the forefront right now. That would have something to do with the universe overall, is placing that there as like a shield to protect you with. And the card also wants to reassure you that whatever's going on in your life right now, in the bigger picture, it's going to be fine. That's what the card is here to tell you as well. Everything is going to be fine. The advice of this card is to follow your heart, respect your intuition and your inner knowings. Trust the universe will bring you what you need as you need it. The advice of this card is to follow your heart and respect your inner knowing and trust the universe will bring you what you need. There's such a feeling of safeness in there, assuredness, promises, facts, solidity, things that you can believe in at 100%. The keywords are dreams, intuition, healing, rebirth for some, and wishes. The rebirth comes from there's been a lack of self-confidence with some of you. Something's shaking your confidence. Or maybe you weren't all that confident to begin with, because that's just human nature for some people. But now you're seeing a growth. Things that are getting accomplished. Your confidence is starting to grow. You've never felt more confident in your life, Leo. Big changes. And you're handling them well. You're seeing a growth and a change in your life, and it's a good thing. 9 of Wands in defense is your next card. Card number 2. And it falls in your placement of your health and your wealth sector. Not your health. Your wealth and finances, excuse me. I'm going to get my book out on this one. Wands. Wands. There we go. The 9 has shown up because it sees you exerting yourself. You're feeling like you are, not feeling you are, you're protecting your job. You're protecting your property. Or otherwise you'll be defending your actions on some issue. You may have made sacrifices in the past and feel that you need to justify these by staying put. However, you may need to ask yourself if you're holding on too tightly due to fear. Is this a need for constant vigilance, an exhausting habit, rather than a free choice? The advice of this card: protect what is yours by all means, such as your wealth, your bank account, and your job is the extension of your wealth. But free up your thinking if you can as well. You need to open your mind to other possibilities coming your way. Create some mental space to plan for your future. So you have financially a savings account, and it's been a rainy day account. You're going to open up another account. This is for your future. You're going to, we don't know where we're going to be tomorrow, let alone 20 or 30 years down the road, 40 for some, if you're young enough now. We don't know what's going to happen between now and then. But we put our intention out there that we want to secure our future for when we retire. Or if we get sick or have failing health, we need a nest egg for that. So you're going to have two accounts. One is save for the rainy days, save for the new car that you might want down the road, save for the new house, save for a new wardrobe, save for new shoes, I don't know. But then there's the other account that is never touched. And it just grows and it grows. And you're going to be focusing your thoughts in that area. Your keywords are determination, challenges, sacrifice, hard work, protection, rigidity, and fear. We all have a fear of the unknown, and we all have a fear of the future, especially in the monetary sense. We want to know that we're going to have enough to live comfortably on. It almost seems like a dream these days for most people. You know, it used to be back in the day. I remember saying this on Facebook today that in the middle of a conversation, people used to be able to live paycheck to paycheck and have a little bit left over after the bills are paid, after food was bought, groceries, a little bit left over. If you wanted to go shopping on Friday night and buy a new outfit, you could do that, or new shoes, or take yourself out for an evening to the movies and a dinner or something along this line, or maybe go buy a case of beer and just kick back on Saturday. And people used to be able to do that. Most people these days aren't even making it paycheck to paycheck. They're falling short at about Wednesday in the middle of the week, and there's 2 more days to go. And it's a fear. It's a fear that everybody has. And now, is there not any extra money left? You're afraid because, damn, I just paid my mortgage or rent. I made my car payment, truck payment. I paid my power, my internet, my phone, all my utilities, and I've got nothing left for food. And this is what you're afraid of. This is what some of you definitely, I don't need to be psychic or fortune teller or card reader to know that there's a lot of you watching this, and that's how you're living and you're struggling. It gets me right here. In the year 2016, when I was a little kid and we thought of the future, it certainly wasn't this. It wasn't supposed to be this hard. The world was going to be bigger and stronger, better able to take care of its inhabitants. And somewhere along the line, that's not what happened. We were supposed to work less because of computers to ease our world. And now we work more and we work for less. Prices keep going up. Paychecks stay the same. Recipe for disaster, misery, depression, suicide, homelessness, hunger, poverty, all of that. And that is what you fear. And I'm feeling the heat off this card. For some of you, it's an overreaction. You're a long, long ways away from being in that situation. But you still have the fear, just as much as the guy that's trying to live paycheck to paycheck on a minimum wage job. And you may be making $28 or $30 an hour, and they're making $10 an hour. The fear doesn't matter. The fear doesn't care what class you're in. It just moves in. and it affects us all. It's just that simple. Um, you may have to put in some sacrifices and hard work, but it'll be worth it in the end. You're on the right path. You're on the right mindset to better yourself and better your world. That's a pretty good card. So, the third card, your hearth, your home, your loves, even romance. The Nine of Pentacles. It's about gratitude. Nine of Pentacles. The advice of this card, when it shows up in your reading, Leo, is devote time and money to your own self-interest, your hobbies, your home. Appreciate the good things right now as well. This gratitude is the basis of this card, and it's being grateful for any extra money that you have coming in. It is saying thank you to the universe, taking your time. You may think you're alone and you got here all on your own, but there have been outer things at play, you know. So if you don't know what that is, but you kind of figure it's, call it luck if you want, or guidance, or from someplace otherworldly, whatever you want to call it. You know there's something that's a little larger than you are, and you didn't do it all 100% on your own. Destiny had something to play. Karma came into play. All these things come into play. And right now, if you're wanting more and you're wanting to grow, is a really good time. We're still in the, a first month, which is in a 1 year cycle. And it's a 1 year, and it's the year of the rooster. Roosters represent a sunrise and the dawning of a new day. That's their purpose, in a manner of speaking. They do other things too, but we relate to that. What rooster means sunrise, and they'll scream and holler whether it's sunrise or not, but they're guaranteed to sing at sunrise. You walk on the property and they don't know you, they'll run you right off it and scream the whole time they're doing it. But everything's about new beginnings. Everything is about leaving the old behind. And, when you get into a new year, that's normally a given anyway, old lang syne. But this year it's different. A lot of new beginnings for a lot of people and for the world in general. Some good changes and new beginnings, some not so good. That's life. Keywords for this are luxury and leisure, home, abundance, independence, and generosity. If you see a need out there, fill it. From helping a little kid get up off the sidewalk, he just fell and scraped his knees, to helping out the elderly or the ill, or somebody that's hungry or homeless or whatever, helping somebody pick up a grocery bag that just busted. This kind of thing. Just put the love and generosity and gratitude. Put your money where your mouth is all I can say. And it's powerful. And I think I've got enough time that I can share this story with you. No names mentioned. And I'm not patting myself on the back or anything like that. But I had a friend recently that got themselves into a bit of a financial bind, and they're not very physically mobile. So they had some work done on engine work done on the car to make sure it was safe. There was problems, and he was like, $90 short to pay to get his car out. I'm getting to a point here. Just stay with me for a minute. This happened not that long ago. And it blew my mind, it blew his mind, it blew everybody's mind. They were like, wow, that's amazing. My friend, he lives on a very limited budget. He's, kind of handicapped in a way. So he needs his car to get around. And he was going to be the whole month of January with no wheels and stuck at home, not able to get out to get food, blah, blah, blah. I couldn't help him that way because he helps me, for a small fee. He comes all the way out here where I live into the country, picks me up because he lives in the city, and he'll take me to do my running around. and I pay him his gas, you know, and this kind of a thing. And I felt horrible that I couldn't help him because he's as poor as I am and I'm as poor as he is. And a lot of people knew that he just needed to borrow that money for 2 weeks and he'd be able to pay them right back. And I called him on the phone and I said, you do know that I love you. And you do know that if I was one out of a million to be able to help you get your car back and set everything back to right again, that I would do that in a heartbeat. And I said to him, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If I manage to sell two $50 readings, I'm going to give that money directly to you. And there was a big argument. You're as poor as me. You need things. I said I need all kinds of things, and it's going to take more than two $50 readings. And right now, I've been doing okay for the past week. I've got food in my fridge. My needs, my wants aren't met, but my needs are. And you need help. And if it happens, I know, you know, easier said than done, and this is just a bunch of talk. But if I could, I would, in a heartbeat. So we ended the conversation. I know this is going on, isn't it? Within the hour, in less than an hour, I found myself with an extra $100 unexpectedly being deposited for me. And I heard the universe say loud and clear, because stuff like this doesn't happen to me. It just doesn't. I heard the universe kind of with a wry sense of humor, looking down on me with a smirk going, go ahead, Natalie. Put your money where your mouth is. You're going to help him. Remember, less than an hour ago, you said if you could, you would. And I said, yep. And I was overfilled with joy and excitement because I knew this was big for him. And he'd lost hope. But when you put out the gratitude, and when you genuinely help somebody, I couldn't, because him and I always talk about, I wonder what it's like to be able to help other people when you see them needing help. I wonder what that feels like to be able to do that. It must be a wonderful feeling, and I got to experience it on this particular night. I was overrun with joy and excitement, knowing that I took somebody's major problem that was making them completely, totally miserable and wiping it away for them. It's a great feeling. You need to express your gratitude all the time. I get up every morning and have a ritual. And if I'm up before the sun comes up, I go out onto my deck, and I don't care if it's -4 because I've done this in my pajamas wrapped in a shawl, and watch the sun come up and say thank you at least 7 times as I watch the sun come up, and I'm thanking the universe and the world, and I believe it makes a difference. I've seen stuff like what I just told you about in action. So for some of you, right now at home, the card is telling you just devote a little bit more time to your home life. It's vitally important right now, and if you do, you're going to experience a feeling of luxury, even if you don't have it, a feeling of leisure, relaxation, big time, big time. All is right with the world. That's what I'm hearing, that you're going to be feeling all is right with the world in this moment, and I'm happy. If I die in 5 minutes, I would have died happy. With all my needs being met, what more could I ask for? You're going to be feeling the abundance and independence as well. And you're going to be feeling quite generous with those around you. The keywords are leisure and luxury, independence, gardens, homes, self. And make your space comfortable and relaxed. Put a little bit of extra effort into your home and your hearth. The 4th card that I pulled is your challenges, Leo, for February 2017. It's about movement, and got the Chariot. Yeah, got the Chariot. Major Arcana, for those of you that do not know. And Major Arcana is when they show up in a reading. It's just intensified. The power and the meaning behind the card. I want my book. I get nudged to go to my book once in a while. I don't know why. I just do. It kind of helps. Now, just have to find them. Bear with me. You have actually three major arcana cards: the Star, and the Chariot, and the Hanged Man. That's pretty good. Where's my Chariot? Ah, there he is. Keywords for this card are journeys and determination and willpower, progress, friction, guidance, and protection. It's time to make some serious progress. Travel is favored now, as are moves connected with work. The card is also a general sign that every aspect of your life will surge forward. However, balance is necessary, and you may need to treat people around you with care, as this is a card of energy rather than sensitivity, which means basically you could be so excited and caught up in moving the movement forward. There you go, and your chariot, being pulled at high speed by two seahorses with the whip. You may run over a few people that you didn't intend to do that to. So you may step on a few toes. Find out after the fact. You come back, when you're heading back, there's going to be people standing there like sourpusses, pissed off, put out, and you're going to be like, what? Why is everybody pissed off at me? Because you got so caught up in things. You got tunnel vision is what happened, and you excluded everything else that was out and around that vibration. So there's no sensitivity there. You're just barreling forward. That's for some of you. Remember, general reading. The card also reveals that good timing and being aware of your ego will be essential if you're to keep your show on the road. An additional meaning of this card is acquiring a new car or another vehicle. The advice of the card is time to actively move forward with your plans. Keep that ego in check when you need to, and enjoy this time of power and of motivation. All right. You heard it there. You already know what your challenges are for February. The Hanged Man is your message from Spirit. It's all about limbo. Limbo is not always a bad thing. And I just heard loud and clear that limbo's going to work in somebody's favor out there. One of you Leos, your skin's going to get saved you're going to get saved by the skin of your teeth because you were held back, forced to stay in a certain place within your life. You're being held back. I don't mean the building you're in. I mean, it's for your own good is what I'm hearing. That you're being held back. It's being imposed upon you. You're stuck in limbo. The card is here to tell you to get comfortable. You can see with him. Everything about this card is like a metaphor. He's very relaxed. His palms are open to receive any good that's coming his way. He's kind of chilling. He's like saying to himself, you know what? I know I'm going to be here a while, and if I struggle, I'm just going to make myself more uncomfortable. The ropes around my fins are going to tighten. Every time I struggle, just like handcuffs, they're going to tighten up on me. I'll be uncomfortable, and then I'll be in a fit, and I'll be feeling miserable. And he says, nope, I'm not going to do that. I know that there's nothing I can do to make anything happen the way I want to, at the speed I want it to. What I need and what I want, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get real comfortable here and hang out. I'll wait this out. And that's what the card's telling you to do. Some of you have to wait something out. And because of that, because you listened and you waited, you're going to give yourself goosebumps because you're going, oh my goodness, if I did what I initially wanted to do, I'd be in a real mess right now. Holy moly. And because you were forced and you just kind of give it up to the universe. When every roadblock is being thrown in front of you, then you need to listen up, because the universe and the spirits are trying to save you from something. If you're not paying attention, some of you need to listen up and pay attention. And if you're seeing roadblocks right, left, and center, feeling like you can't move forward, and you can't untie yourself, and you can't unharness yourself, and you're locked in, and you don't like it, you need to say why. Why is this happening? Maybe I better pull back just a little bit and sit back and see what manifests before I move any further. And you're going to be glad, for those of you that do, you're going to be glad that you did. Alright, so now we're going to get our significator out. That was an interesting reading for you guys, Leo. It really, I found it quite interesting. We're all, like all the readings, there's so many changes coming up for everybody. Big time. And it's a 1 year. And it's a rooster year. And it's just... One significator, please, for this general reading for Leo the Lion for February 2017. It's 11 bells. Sorry, guys. For those of you that like them, enjoy them while it lasts. Nice and quiet here tonight. There's a surf up as well. Wish you guys could hear that. Oh, okay, right here. This is where I cut. Good thing my thumb was getting sore. These cards are monstrously big. Okay. Leo the Lion. February 2017. The King of Cups. Really? How interesting. You got the King of Cups, Leo. Camera's not as vibrant as at night, I guess. And then let me get my book, my tarot. King's a good guy. Nothing to worry about there. The King of Cups asks you to take the kind of action that he might take. Do what I might do. Or here's what I would do. And he wants you to kind of do that. For example, responding very calmly in any kind of a crisis. And to try your best to use diplomacy rather than force. Reaching out to help or accepting a different point of view. This card can also represent an atmosphere of caring and tolerance. Some of you, somebody's got themselves caught up in the middle of something. And you're the only calm head there, the only sane one. It's a small group usually. Everybody needs to calm down. This is what we're going to do. I'm seeing a young man, not young, but 30s, a little on the thin side, wearing dark blue jeans, and a white short sleeve, a t-shirt like an undershirt, sleeves. He's more on the lean side. He's not extremely tall. He'd be about 5'10", and dark hair with bangs, kind of messed up, but about that, like that, with bangs, and it kind of comes down, and it's, short. He's calming everybody down. There's other people in the room. Something's happened, and he's telling everybody just stay calm, and it is a crisis. Something has happened. Everybody else is upset, and he's standing over some people that are sitting on a couch, and they're crying, they're in shock, and this guy is like, everybody chill, do not panic. If you panic, all hell's going to break loose. You need to stay calm. Let's think, let's use our heads and our intellect and think and get through this. This is a traumatic experience. It's shaking everybody up. Maybe it's an earthquake. I don't know. But something like that is going to happen. Diplomacy rather than force. That's a touchy one. That's trying to reason with somebody to do something or to not do something. And it's easier to be diplomatic and to try to reason with somebody than it is to try to say, hey, you're just going to do it, and you're forcing them because of the negativity. You may have to be pushed to that, but try diplomacy first. Try to find a common ground with whatever's happening. Somebody's been broke into your home, or you know, something like this. Or you know of somebody that's going to do something like that, and you're trying to talk sense into them. Don't be doing that. Don't be scaring people. Don't be kicking people's doors in. You're saying something like this. Diplomacy rather than force, because if it's that, then you're going to have to report it. There's going to be police involved and all kinds of things. You're trying to reach out to help somebody that's desperate. If you're able to help them and stop them from making any kind of a crime in any way. I know this sounds really dramatic, doesn't it? I don't normally see things like this in a reading, not like this. It's the first. But it's what I'm being shown. I see the young man, and it's warm in the room. Like he's kind of like in half a sweat. His white t-shirt sticking to his midriff a little bit, kind of clammy, this kind of a thing. This is very strange. I don't normally, I don't do big drama like this is what it is. And some of you will have to accept a different point of view to get through a situation as well. But the overall feeling for this card can represent atmosphere of caring and tolerance. Tolerance is big. Tolerance is along those same lines. Tolerance. Wow. Well, Leo, that was strange. Normally I wouldn't even, seeing stuff like that, I wouldn't even mention it. Not that I'm trying to skirt reality, but some people take tarot so seriously they get scared. And I'm not here for that. This is entertainment, purely. It just doesn't do any good. What is the purpose of that? But I felt the heat off the card here, and I felt very strongly compelled to put that out there, to put it right out there. And this young man talking to people, trying to keep them calm. I see another guy on the couch and a girl sitting beside him, and she's crying, and he's talking at her. You need to stop. You need to calm down. She's got long, almost 70s hair, long and straight part in the middle, wearing beige and brown colored clothing, very comfortable. She's very upset. And the guy that's trying to save and calm everybody down is really worked up and trying to hold it together. Oh my goodness, look at the length of this video. This is terrible. But I did throw that story in there, didn't I? Anyways, this is it for you, Leo. Thank you guys for subscribing, and my current subscribers, any new would-be subscribers. Thanks for your likes and your shares and all that good stuff. Please feel free to leave comments below the video window. Please feel free to join Bay of Funny Fortunes on Facebook as well. I'll be back to do the mid-monthlies for February as well. Until then, I got to sign this off. I'll be all night uploading this. Anyway, my heart to yours. Please enjoy the month of February. It can be a long, hard month, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. Not in our neck of the woods anyways. I think we're going to survive it okay. Until then, we'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.